Okay. Yeah. Mm, yeah. Okay. Let's hope it doesn't fall again. Hey, so some people they're pretty adamant about get your eyes checked annually, but hey, you know what? Between those two exams, halfway between, something could happen. Haven't had my eyes checked in a while, but I think a couple of weeks ago I started to notice whenever I'd move my eyes quickly, I would see a white line flash kind of all the way around the outer part of my vision. I'm like, oh, what's going on? You know, like I move my eyes this way, I kind of see a flash there, and or if I go up and down, I see flashes of a white line flashing top and bottom. I'm thinking, okay, what's going on here? Better make an appointment with the eye doctor because I haven't had him checked in a while, and glad I did. I phoned optometry clinic, and the guy said, okay, we'll get you in next week. Okay, glad I did because the day before, the day before, I was taking a walk and I look up at the blue sky and I'm like, what the hell? I'm thinking, shit, I don't like what I'm seeing here. It's like a swarm of these tiny little micro dots, like pepper shaker. And I'm kind of freaking out. Like, what the hell's going on here? So the next day, I got the appointment at the optometrist. I explained to him what's going on. So, well, it turns out, you see, which just started as a vitreous detachment. So the vitreous is like a ball of fluid inside your eyeball, and there's an outer cortex. So the stuff in the middle is like a liquid, and the outer cortex is a very, very thin layer, like a gel substance, because there's more collagen in it. But what happens is, as you get older, like me, okay, the liquid breaks through that outer cortex. So here's your retina, here's the outer cortex. And what happens is it starts to separate. So the vitreous starts detaching from your retina. And it's always at the back of the eye that happens. So that is what was going on. And so that could lead to a retinal tear. So, anyways, uh, oh, and a retinal tear needs immediate attention. It needs fixing like almost right away because what could happen is that leaves that's like putting a hole in your retina. You know, a little tear like that, just a small one. It's like a hole in your retina, and that vitreous fluid can get in behind that your retina, and if enough gets in there, it'll cause a retinal detachment. And where I am, I'd have to go out of town to have that fixed, and I don't want to have to go through that. So, anyways, so I'm glad I had that appointment because the next day I explained to him what's going on. So he dilates the pupil, so it's really big, and he's got the thing there to look inside my eye, and then he's looking, and then I noticed that he's looking at one spot for a little bit longer, and I thought, oh shit, he probably found something. Sure enough, he did. It said upper left part of my eye. There's a retinal detachment. No, retinal tear. Sorry, a retinal tear. Oh, it's like paint peeling off the wall. It's just a small little. Yeah, oh boy, not liking this. So 2 days later, I'm at the ophthalmology clinic at the hospital, and the ophthalmologist, what he does is he fires a laser all the way, goes all the way around that tear. He goes all the way around, fires a laser, and it's like spot welding all the way around where the tear is. That way, it's like putting a gasket in behind your retina, and it's to keep the fluid from trying to get in there and behind your retina. And the surgery went okay, the laser surgery. So, and what was it? About three, I think about 3 days later. Yeah, I'm out taking a walk, in the fresh air, and it's a sunny day, and I noticed I got this spider web floater in my peripheral vision. And I'm thinking, oh, a big one. What the heck? What's going on? Oh no. Hmm. So then later on, I get home, and it comes into the top of my vision, and I can see it breaking up into more of those tiny little black micro dots, like pepper shaker. And I'm thinking, oh crap! And right now, it's like that looks pretty grainy. maybe 6 months down the road, I'll need a vitrectomy or something like that. So, anyways, so I'm thinking, okay, I don't like this, hope it's not another tear. But then all of a sudden, not long after that, it's like in my left eye, I got this, it's like a bunch of threads all twisted together. It's like a windshield wiper. It moves with my eye. It's like, holy shoot, man, what the hell? What's going on? I'm getting kind of worried here. So, and I thought, okay, tomorrow I'm going to make the call to the ophthalmology clinic and tell them what's going on. And they said, well, Dr. So and so is not back until Monday. What do I do? They said, well, call your optometrist. Maybe he can take a look. Okay, I'll do that. So the next day I called my dad, but also the next day it was like that. It would look like a windshield wiper in my eye. It's what you see. If anything goes wrong, anything in your eye, it's the inverse of where it is. So it's actually like at the top of my inside my vitreous. So, anyways, they squeezed me in the next day, and the doctor's doing the same thing, dilates the pupil, and he's looking. I'm waiting for him to do the same thing. Start looking at something for a couple of seconds longer. And I'm thinking, please don't find nothing. Please don't find nothing. So he took a look, and I said, so anything going on? He said, nope. Oh, okay. Well, geez, I'm relieved. So yeah, no new tears, and no. What is going on here? And I think he explained it. It's just lots of crap from what's been going on, like the vitreous detachment, and it's all collagen, and it's all like collagen fibers, and now, yeah, everything's all grainy because they got more of those little microdots. Oh boy, yeah, probably 6 months from now I'll need a vitrectomy, and that one floater, it's more translucent now, but it's all over the place, and right in the center of my vision, it's like kind of getting a bit annoying. But at least it's not no new tears going on in my vision. So, yeah. So, anyways, yeah, that's what happens when you get older. It could start at the vitreous detachment could start at age 50, but I'm getting close to 65, so like I don't know. It's just, some people get it. It's just the vitreous detachment happens, and like I said, when it detaches, it could pull on the retina and cause a tear, and you don't want that. So in my right eye, it's yet all that's yet to happen to my right eye. So hopefully that one will go off without a hitch. So yeah, if you see, like a sudden swarm of floaters, or maybe bright flashes, or lots of sudden new. You might have a couple of floaters in there, but let's say if you got a sudden surge of a lot of floaters, or a swarm of those little black dots, do something right away. Don't wait, because, like I said, one thing can lead to another. As a tear in your retina could lead to a retinal tear. If that's not done, fixed right away, the vision loss could be permanent, and you don't want that. So, yeah. Yeah. So, and I asked him about, like, if the vitreous detachment gets to the center of my eye, like where the macula is, will that pull on the macula? Is it more risk? He said it could, but it's gone past that. Oh, so it's past the center equator. The detachment's gone past the center of my eye. Oh, I thought, good, because once it's fully detached, and there's no more worries. So, anyways, yeah, kind of, sort of not fun, but anyways, yeah, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Eh? Okay, I take up enough of your time.